If the referee could change his shirt so he's not wearing the opposition's away shirt, I'd really appreciate it. It turns out they've got 12 men on the pitch. It doesn't matter. We're still going to score anyway. How's it going, guys? My name is Stu. Welcome to my Deportivo Lacarunha save here on Football Manager 2024. Thank you for joining me in today's video, which is part number 34. If you haven't caught the save so far, have a look up top. You'll see a link to the playlist to go and watch the rest of the save. Today's video, we're going to be playing in La Liga against Real Sociedad, followed by a Champions League game against Paris Saint-Germain. What could possibly go wrong? And if you're excited to see how we get on in both of those games today, don't forget to leave a big like on the video for me, and don't forget to subscribe as well. It's completely free to do so. You'll put a big smile on this face right here. What's not to love? So, since you were last with us, well, we're doing all right. Currently in 5th place, admittedly. When I say we're doing all right, that's not ideal. Ideally, we want to be a bit higher than that. But that is the schedule of the season so far. I'm just going to get rid of the friendlies just so we have a proper look at the save. So, we started off really, really well. We won the opening 2 games, as you know. We then did win and then draw the rest of the games in August. Been inconsistent in September when you look at it as a whole, but actually, in terms of La Liga games, 2 wins and a draw isn't too bad. And then so far in La Liga in October, we lost against Barcelona very narrowly, and then we beat Getafe in the last game as well. So a little bit up and down at the moment, but it is still early games. We've only played 9 games, and we're currently only 7 points off the top. Not that we're necessarily looking to win the league this season, but it is worth remembering that our overall aim in the save... Let me just move that down a little bit. There we go. Overall aim in the save is to win La Liga at some point. So, the last couple of games... Well, the first couple of games you saw was around here, up to the 15th of August. I don't know whether there was any more transfer business. There actually wasn't. So, transfers are as they were. We were very happy with the squad. I've remained happy with the squad. We have no money left other than a little bit of wage budget, so we're going to have to deal with what we've got. But I am happy with what we have done. So, today, we're going to start with the game against Real Sociedad, and this is the 11 we're going to be using for such a game. It is going to be David De Gea in goal, Trulli, Okoli, Vandenberg and Miranda in defence, Joe Gomez supporting Stoichkos and Navarro in the middle, with Furic and Fermin supporting Moukoko up top. Let's see whether we can get 3 points and see if we can progress up into those Champions League spots that we've kind of made our own in the last couple of seasons. Remember, we've had back-to-back Champions League place finishes. It would be rather nice if we could make it 3 on the bounce, if not do maybe a touch better. That's me probably being ambitious though. The form doesn't look particularly great, but again, there's a few outliers in there. One of those was, of course, Barcelona in a very narrow defeat. The other one, I think, was Champions League as well. The Champions League run-in, I'll show you it once we get to the PSG game. The Champions League running we've got this season is pretty horrific. Or at least I thought it was as well. It's been a couple of days since I've done some recording, so I'll have to have another double check of it. But it didn't look particularly promising when I saw it. Neither does this highlight. This highlight has Real Sociedad with the ball. Corner in, Subimendi looking for De Gea. De Gea ends up having to tip it over. Lovely stuff from Sociedad, keeping the pressure on us there. We do need to get the ball and break out. Moukoko did score in his last game, so we're hoping that we can just kickstart him into life. He's been very inconsistent in his scoring, and we have actually got the ball here. Navarro now breaking, of course, formerly of Sociedad. We signed him on a permanent this season after having him on loan previously. I can't talk today. He's done really good work here. Tries to get back to Miranda though, but gives the ball away, and we literally are just letting Sociedad have another counter attack. We've been guilty of early goals in this save. In particular this season, we've been very guilty of early goals, and I'd very much like us not to concede the first goal here. I'd like us to go ahead, and I'd just like us to batter them. That'd be lovely if we could do that, but it's not really been our MO so far, so whether we can do that or not is irrelevant to what will probably actually happen. Right, Navarro out to Fermin. Lovely work. He had space. He decided to go for it, though, and Ramiro has to make a bit of a worldie of a save. I was questioning his choice not to go into the space out wide. It was a good shot, but it ended up leading to nothing because we don't get a follow-up highlight. Match momentum-wise, it's more or less been all them. We've had more chances, but their XG has been better. I am actually going to demand more from the boys because we could be doing better than we are. Got my hands on my chat. I don't know why I'm so nervous about this game, but I do feel like this is a bit of a banana skin. Sociedad are down in like 14th or something. They are a much better team than that. But I also feel like we've taken the jewel from their crown. But they come again here. Take now, looking to get it in. Is that Kubo? I think it might be Takafusa Kubo. Just his name's short in there for some reason. Instead of just going to Kubo. Right, anyway, irrelevant to the point, they still have the ball. I'm really hoping we can just nick the ball off of them at some point. Jurrien Timber's made a move to them in this save as well, which is an interesting one. Of course, this is now 5 years into the future. Ball's chipped over. I thought we could intercept it there. We're actually not pressing on them anywhere near enough, but we do get the ball back eventually. Stoichers now looking to drive forward. I thought that was one of their players. The referee needs to change his shirt, because to me he looks the same as one of the opposition players. And while I'm moaning about that, we've gone and scored. If the referee could change his shirt so he's not wearing the opposition's away shirt, I'd really appreciate it. It turns out they've got 12 men on the pitch. It doesn't matter. We're still going to score anyway. Results. Makoko gets another goal. 2 goals in 2 games. It might be more than that, to be fair, but he scored in the last 2. That's what I'm immediately aware of. And we do take the lead. We do score the first goal. I feel a little bit better. Again, we've had a bit of a run where we just concede early goals and have to come from behind. It's nice to score the first goal. I want to say for a change, and you watch, it's probably nowhere near as bad as I'm thinking it is, but it is quite nice to score the first goal in the first half. But what I would like us to now do is to not do a Gareth Southgate and build on the leader. Coley does really well there, but unfortunately it isn't followed up with equally well defending. Oyarzabal doesn't manage to do anything. He's got a knock. We are set to go hard on a few players. He is one of them. So I wonder whether we've given him that knock or whether he came in with it. If he came in with it, we need to be taking advantage of that and really rough him up. I don't think he's going to come on for the second half, but it is half time. I'm going to say it's a good first half performance. It's not been bad, to be fair. I would like us to take a bit more of an advantage of the lead that we have and get in front a little bit further. So let's see if we can. I'm going to demand more from the boys. Let's work a bit harder to get a second, because this win as it stands would put us into third. Obviously all of the other teams have to play at the moment, so it's not a guarantee it's going to stay like this, but I very much would like a third. Well, I would like a third, but before that I'd like a second. If we could get another goal, that would be great. We're not really getting much further in this second half at the moment, so I am going to look at making changes. We've got a few tired boys on here. I'm going to keep Firmino on because he's actually been one of our best players today, which is nice to see. I'm going to bring on Jota, who can play on that side no problem at all. I'm also going to bring off Vandenberg. He's not had a particularly good game, so Casale is going to come on, although I should really give minutes to Herculano. I don't really want to because he has made a few mistakes here or there. I'm also going to bring on Ilic as well, and we'll just get those guys playing some football just to try and get their fitness up, but also give us some fresh legs for some tired boys. And then I might refresh the engine room in a minute as well with the last couple of substitutions. I would love another goal. I tell you what though, a 1-0 would be fine, because a clean sheet would be lovely. We don't get them very often. I would very much appreciate a clean sheet. Right. Final substitutions. Firmino's been great, but he is knackered. So I'm going to bring on Boedo. And then for my final trick, I did say midfield. I am going to take off Navarro. Not had the best of games against his former employers, but we will bring on Veloso just to see the game out. And that will do it for our substitutions. Right. Can we see it out? Or can we add another goal? Adding another goal would be even better, but I'm happy with the 1-0 as I said before. I'm happy with the clean sheet for David De Gea and this defence. And it's looking like we're going to go that direction. And that has got to be it. It is indeed. I was waiting for that. Went a whole nother minute outside of extra time. Extra time, added time. You know what I mean. Anyway, the point is we won. And that is the most important thing. Lovely win. Puts us up to third as it stands. Firmino gets an assist and a good game. What's not to love? Right. I will be back in a moment for the game against Paris Saint-Germain. But before I do that, quickly just showing you the Champions League table as it stands. We are currently firmly in 14th. We are in the kind of playoff place at the moment. After 2 games, we only have 3 points on the board. It's not that drastic, but still. I mean, we battered Celtic in the first game. Aston Villa did beat us in the game after. So we've got a little bit of work to do to try and progress further. In terms of the actual schedule of the Champions League, this is what I absolutely adore. Let's just remove you. Champions League. So we've already played those. Paris Saint-Germain's next, then Benfica, then Juventus, then Bayern Munich, then Tottenham, and then we've got Astana. But before Astana, Spurs, Bayern Munich, Juventus, Benfica, PSG. What did I do to deserve that? Okay, we're back for the game against Paris Saint-Germain. I'm not nervous, you're nervous. This could be fun. In many ways, none of them for me. This is the 11 we're going to be using. It's going to be De Gea in goal, Martinez, Okoli, Vandenberg and Miranda in defence. Gomez, Stoichers and Veloso in the middle with Furic and Firmino supporting Makoko up front. Boy, oh boy, this is going to be fun. I've seen the I've seen the Paris Saint-Germain team. Oh, we're going to get wrecked. We're going to get wrecked. You're going to probably have a look at it there, and I've skipped past it. I'll show you a bit when it comes up here, because it's just, honestly, it's just a bit of a joke, really. They're playing fantasy football here. So that's R11. You're very familiar with R11. I'm very happy with it. Very happy with it indeed. There's our lovely substitutes. You just wait for this 11 to come up. It's not a tactic for them to be using, I'm not going to lie, but Donnarumma, Militao, Hernandez, Ake, Hakimi, Ugarte, Mendes, De Jong, Camavinga, Milinkovic-Savic, and Mbappe. They're playing Sergio Milinkovic-Savic as a striker. I am. Aerial presence is going to be ridiculous, so we need to be on it on this one. We need to be absolutely on it. We need to be going down those wings, I think. We need to be trying to get in behind their fullbacks. We need to be concentrating on being solidly defensive in the middle. And really, we need to not be letting them cross the ball in. We might have given away a penalty. They can score enough goals with the 11 that they've got. We do not need to be giving them a penalty of all the things. Veloso, what are you doing? It's playmaker, it's playmaker. It's not been given. Oh, goodness me. Thank God for that. Joe, I apologise. It's a great tackle. But we don't need to be trying to do things like that. Goodness me. Oh, we don't need to be doing things like that. Oh, heart was in my mouth then when that came up as a penalty. Right, we'll encourage the boys. Because we're doing okay at the moment. We are on top in terms of match momentum. They've had more chances than us and more XG. Possession isn't as one-sided as I thought it would be. In fact, we're really fighting them for it. It is a bit of a battle out there, which I'm quite happy with, but we haven't had a positive highlight for us at the moment. It would be nice for us to steal the ball off of them in order to get forward. I'd like to see us intercept a little bit more, because they're passing around quite comfortably here. Akoli's just gone to the shop, but fortunately, Mbappe, who in this universe hasn't gone to Real Madrid, was, I don't know if he went to the shops there or something, but didn't go for goal. We're doing all right. We're not having as many chances as them, but we seem to be coping. That's a poor ball. That's a really poor ball. And that's the thing. When we get possession, we need to be taking advantage of it a lot better than we have been. Moukoko has got through the defence here. And Youssoufa Moukoko has a great chance. But Donnarumma makes the save. And it's going to be a corner, which we did work on in our pre-match training tactic thing. It's something we did focus on. Okay, it got deflected out. I was about to lose my mind on how bad that was. Right, Miranda. He's going to go short, or is he going to go for it? He's going to go for it. Looking for the head of Veloso, of all things. Why he went to the far post, I don't know. We're not set up to go to the far post. It was poor from Miranda, quite frankly. And it's ended up with us not having an opportunity. Again, match momentum's been great, but we need more chances. But that is a solid first half. That is a solid first half. I'm going to say we're doing well. We are. Moukoko really should have put us ahead. The wingers aren't really getting much joy. I'm going to say Veloso needs to do a little bit more. And Martinez as well probably needs to do a little bit more as well. I'm also going to do something I don't normally do. I'm going to adjust this. We're going to go down the wings. Because I think they're going to be weaker down the wings. Because their focus with their tactic, if we have a quick look at it, is so in the middle. They've got these two, and then these two are coming out wide. If we can get these guys focused on whoever's coming down the wings, it'll create a bit of space in here for when we whip the crosses in. That's my thinking. If it works, I'm a tactical genius. If it doesn't, then, well, you know, it's Paris Saint-Germain. What was I meant to do? Right, second half, we're into it. I'm going to demand a bit more from the boys. They have a free kick here. Camavinga going to try and whip it back in. It's now outside the box here. Akoli manages to force him to go back to De Jong. That was close. That was very close. We've got away with another one there. We really have. Right, Martinez has the ball. He's in his own penalty area, which is a bit of a concern. De Gea now, looking to get the ball going and trying to get something sorted. He's gone long. I really, I'm not happy that he's gone long there. And we've given the ball away straight away. It's poor from De Gea. Hakimi's gone past his man. I tell you what, rearguard action's good. There's an offside there, but De Gea shouldn't have gone long there. In fact, he genuinely shouldn't be going long. Fewer risks, shorter passing. Simple as that. Like, just do your job properly. Right, Akoli now to Gomez. Gomez out to Martinez. Going out wide as we have been looking to. Akoli now into Gomez. They're defensively looking really strong here. Veloso now. He's going to go out wide. Hopefully, no. Goes to Firmino first. Now he's out wide to Miranda. Loads of space out there for Miranda to run into. Gets it into the box from Makoko. And it's so close again. It's so close again. This time it hits the post. Right. I think Makoko, as close as he's come, has got to come off. He's on a 6.3. We're going to bring on Hlojek. It's a slightly earlier sub than I would have wanted to make. I'm going to keep Firmino on. Furic hasn't done much for me today, so I'm tempted to take him off, but I might give him a few more minutes. Martinez not looking spectacular out there. What I'm tempted to do... No, I'm not going to do what I was going to say. We're just going to bring Trilly on. I was tempted to put Vandenberg out wide, maybe bring Casale on. I'm not going to do that. We're going to go with a like-for-like change. Bring Trilly, who is more defensively minded. I think he's probably not, actually, to be honest. That's probably a complete lie. I've made that change anyway. Veloso and Furic... and maybe even Firmino are going to be the ones who are going to be coming off next. And, I mean, we've given it a good go in this game. I'll tell you that. We really have done. Right, let's make the changes. Final changes here. Veloso off for Navarro. Furic off for Jota. And, I mean, just for the fun of it, let's bring Boedo on. Boedo's got a little bit of spark of magic in him, so let's just see what he can do. Right, let's see if we can get something from this game. More than a draw. Honestly, other than the fact it's a home game, I'll take a draw. They have been here for the taking in this game. Makoko just snatched at his chances and didn't take them. Why? Why? Why is this a thing? Never rains, but it pours. I mean, I don't know what I'm meant to do with that. I really don't. Okay, do you know what? Boedo's going to go up front. Sure, why not? Let's just do that. What? Why the devil not? Let's just go for it. We'll go with that. That's all we can do. That's literally all we can do. Last few minutes, we'll go with 2 strikers. We're a man down. Now I'll be very happy with the draw. And a clean sheet, but I'll be very happy with the draw. And there it is. It's at home. I'd like to win at home, but do you know what? Considering who we played against, that's a sensational result in a way. That Paris Saint-Germain team is so strong, and we've just come away with a point. Yeah, it doesn't help us much, but the fact that we managed to avoid a loss there, I think is really good going. Trilly's picked up a knock as well. Jota is out for 2 to 3 weeks, which is not ideal. It's not ideal in the slightest, especially with Dolberg out at the moment as well. For the same amount of time. I mean, we'll get both of them back at the same time, but that's still not great. It genuinely never rains, but it pours. But it's fine. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. And we got through a very difficult game there without losing. And without conceding a goal. With the firepower they've got, that's a really good result. Right, so we will be back for the following game. I don't know where to come back for, to be fair. It's a difficult one. I mean, I don't want to come back too soon, but I mean, we're playing Juventus and Bayern Munich. We might come back for Bayern Munich and Alaves. Beginning of December, let's do that. Bayern Munich and Alaves, let's take advantage of some of these big European teams. Let's play a few of them on camera, because I'm sure that won't be soul-destroying at all. And we'll see how we do at the Allianz Arena against Bayern Munich, and then hopefully we get a decent game against Alaves. That sounds like a plan to me. Hopefully you agree. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed, don't forget to leave that like on the video, and don't forget to subscribe as well. Again, completely free to do so, and you'll make me a very happy chap. I've been Stu, you guys have been awesome, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.